this is 1960. You want me to start? This is 1963. We lived in Berkeley on Euclid Avenue, Hilldale Avenue, which was off of Grizzly Peak and Euclid Avenue in the hills of Berkeley. Extraordinarily beautiful near Children Park. And we took a bus. Ben was 2.5, 3.5, something like that. And Ben and I took a bus just for the fun of it, a trip, right? Like a virtual trip, just to go on the bus. It was about 4:30 in the afternoon, a beautiful day. And the bus starts up there at Grizzly Peak. So when we got on, there were very few people. And as the bus stopped, first stop, some people got on. The second stop, a woman got on, and Ben said, we called him Benji at the time. He said, "That lady has brown skin." And she smiled and I smiled, and the bus kept going. But it turns out that at 4:30, many of the cleaning ladies were coming from the Berkeley Hills to Oakland on that bus. And they were all leaving work at the same time, and they were all going home. So at every stop, there would be more people getting on the bus. And Ben started a forum. He started saying, "That lady has brown skin too. Here's another one. Look, she's here too." And they were lovely people, and they were chuckling and smiling. I was sitting frozen. I was just sitting frozen, and he's narrating this bus ride, commenting. And finally, I had to do something. People were obviously okay with us. This was 63, right? This wasn't now. And so I said, "Benji, what
I was 2 years old. Yeah.
You were 2.5, 3. You started talking before you were 1, you know. I won't tell them what your first sentence was. But anyway, with the babysitter, you know. Anyway, I said, "Benji, what color is your skin?" And he took a long time to look at his hands. And he said, "My skin is gray." And the whole bus cheered.
Nice. Beautiful.
I told that story.
Very quickly, we ate at a cafe. We had lunch together another day right near the university. I took him to the university to experience the architecture, to climb here, climb there, go through tunnels, whatever. We went to lunch at a place. Well, there was a long table with fathers, with men and little children eating at this table. And we were at another small table, just the two of us. And Ben looked over at them and he said, "They must be uncles."
So just a postscript on the bus story. It was maybe a year ago or something. I was at a retreat with some colleagues, and I told this story to a woman who lives in Berkeley. There might have been some Oaklanders there too. In fact, it was kind of a running joke at that gathering that everybody wanted. It was much more cool to live in Oakland than Berkeley, and people who were right on the line were sort of saying they live close to Oakland, you know. So I told the story like, isn't this like it's this cute, sweet little anecdote, but their response was, well, you know, and you're talking about economic apartheid. You're talking about, you know,
of course,
the fact that, you know, poor women of color are going up into the Berkeley Hills to take care of the rich white people who clean their houses for them and their toilets and everything. And I didn't tell the story, you know, because I'm 2 in the story, it's just sort of cute, right? But I didn't tell the story with any kind of, you know, naming of that dynamic as part of the context. And so in that, particularly with that group where we do a lot of social justice work and equity and inclusion, diversity are priorities, it came across as insensitive. So we got the chat going on here in the background. Claire saying she used to live in Berkeley, and then Joni saying she used to live in Oakland. Claire says, "Well, that makes you cooler." I mean, Oakland is the front lines right now on gentrification and climate, addressing climate with you know, at scale with new energy, trying to reverse the whole system by which property is owned and taking it out of the speculative marketplace into cooperative structures. There's just so much going on there. Just so impressed by, you know, and there's some cool stuff in Berkeley too.
Besides Moldavia, where do the others of you live now?
Finland, Helsinki.
Well,
I'm still Bay Area, so I'm East Bay, Richmond, but
I know Richmond.
Scotland at the moment and UK in general, sort of, yeah.
Colorado. I'm in Colorado now.
I remember now. Right. Right. One of my favorite things in Oakland is the homeland, nationally, internationally, I think, for interplay.org, which you can look up on the internet. It is a phenomenal group in Oakland called interplay.org. They have things going every day. And when the World Parliament of World Religions had thousands of people there, they were the stars for me. So if I lived in Oakland, I would be there.
I know the founder of Interplay, what's her name? She wrote something I have memorized.
Cynthia Winston Henry, I think is her name.
That's it, yes.
And
In some list where she wrote something, she said about there was these nuggets, and one was believe what you notice. I love this. For me, with learning body intelligence, this is written
One thing
down.
she does that I love is one person babbles, whatever that means, an invented language. Is your and then the other person translates what was just said, and then the person goes on. And I think you could really enjoy that
Nice.
in this format.
Great stuff.
We could be called the Babble Room.
Right.
Yeah.
And they do warm-ups for public
Bob,
speaking.
if you want to host Interplay in the
I'm
cafe.
not allowed to. I'm not certified, and they don't want you to teach it. I can play
You can call it Interbly Play.
call it intercourse.
And we'll be all right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one isn't copyrighted.
Right.
So
Now
thank
you're
you all.
getting back to the.
Sorry, I need to leave and just wanted to say goodbye. And thank you for this wonderful opportunity to connect with you all. I'll be joining.
Likewise.
Thank you. Okay,
Bye, Vera.
Lovely meeting you.
Bye.
same here. Thank you.